Hi guys, I'm Anna. I'm a Diablo 4 streamer and I was invited during the Gamescom to try out Path of Exile 2. I played there all the classes that were available there. I played Sorceress, Witch, Monk, Warrior, Mercenary and Ranger. And I recorded a bunch of gameplay for you. Some of the gameplay I was able to record directly from the PC. Some of the gameplay I was recording like this, really weird, from my phone on the PC. So guys, it's like this, but I hope you will be able to see here what's going on the screen and you will be able to see how many times I died. And here is my first impression video for you. Because a lot of people are asking, and you would probably ask me as well. So, how was it? How was Path of Exile 2 in comparison with Diablo 4? After all, Diablo 4 streamer here. And in comparison with the original Path of Exile. Well, my first thought, my first impression after playing this game was it is slow and it is difficult. Yeah. What a surprise! Yeah, guys, the game is slow and the game is intentionally slow. Your character is moving slow, you don't have movement skills, guys. I was starting the game a couple of times with a brand new character, but I also tried the pre-built characters that were available during the Gamescom. The highest character there was level 22-23, something like this, but there at level 22-23, your character still had no movement skills. There is nothing that will allow you just to fly through the map from the monster group to the monster group and just destroy them super quick. No. I talked with the devs, they said that the movement gems, movement skills will be available later in the game, and to actually achieve some decent speed here, you will have to level them quite some, but in general, the game is intentionally slow. This is slow gameplay. This is the gameplay where you need to think which buttons you are pressing, which combos you are using. So because you will be using the combos, you need to position your character correctly and you need to use the specific skill here. You can't go away from it. The other point, the other thing that I said is that the game is difficult. But it's not Path of Exile, it's not the original Path of Exile difficult. Because when we are talking about the original Path of Exile and when we say the game is difficult, what we actually mean, original Path of Exile, it's not actually difficult, it's complex. The systems are overwhelming. Quality of life features are just either not existing at all or somewhere, and it's super hard to find them. And that's why for the new player, original Path of Exile, it's just hard to start because it's super hard to understand all the mechanics, it's super hard to understand just where to go on the map. It's super hard to understand how to manage your inventory, where to put your skill gems and all of those kind of things. Path of Exile 2, I think, is going in the direction of solving this problem. A lot of quality of life changes were implemented in the Path of Exile 2 and it's making me super happy. You can see now you're opening your map, you can see where to go, you can see the names of the maps, even if you haven't discovered them, you can see the name of this map on the map, the name of this region on the map, which is really helpful actually to understand where the quest will be leading you. You can navigate way easier. You don't have now TP scrolls. You can teleport. There is just a button and you can use this button to teleport back to town. And when you're just starting the game is more, Path of Exile 2 is more holding your hand, so to say. It's explaining you the systems. It's showing you need to put this gem into this slot, you need to equip this item, you need to do this in the game, you need to go and kill monsters, and it is drastically helping not to be super confused in the beginning. So yeah, Path of Exile 2 is definitely more user-friendly than Path of Exile. But is it more user-friendly than Diablo 4? Well, actually no. There are a couple of things from the original Path of Exile that made its way in Path of Exile 2. For example, gigantic skill tree, passive skill tree. Guys, over the years, I heard so many times people are coming into my chat and saying, oh my gosh, Path of Exile skill tree. I opened it, I freaked out and I closed the game. In Path of Exile 2, we are again getting this gigantic skill tree. But the problem is actually not the skill tree. The problem is how it is shown in the game. For some people, it's cool. You see how many options you have and how awesome it is, how you can customize your character. But for a lot of people, and especially for a lot of new players, it will be overwhelming and people will be freaking out. I always thought that the solution here would be simple. Just don't let players see the whole skill tree all at once. Make the players uncover it. When you're progressing in the game, you see different parts of the tree. So cover the bigger part of the skill tree in a fog of war or in something like this, and while you're progressing in the game, you see the beauty. You are discovering slowly this gigantic, beautiful skill tree. But tell me in the comments below, what do you think about the Path of Exile and Path of Exile 2 passive skill tree? Also, the other thing that made its way in Path of Exile 2 from Path of Exile is the identification scrolls. Actually, identification scrolls were in Diablo 2, so I guess identification scrolls, they made its way first in Path of Exile, then in Path of Exile 2. But in Path of Exile 2, you're gonna get an NPC in town where you will be able to identify all your items all at once. But scrolls are still there, they're in your inventory, and you will be able, when you're somewhere in the fields, you will be able to identify your items. Even though you could just find the items without this identification process. Also, there is no inventory sort button in Path of Exile 2, as there were no such button in Diablo 2, there were no such button in Path of Exile, which is, truth to be told, feels annoying. And I asked developers about all of those things, why not making the game even more user-friendly, why not changing those systems. And I got the answer that those things and a couple of others, I guess, they became so iconic, so they decided to keep it. The thing with the items, for example, with identification of the items and with the sorting of the items, developers really want you to feel that the items matter, that they are quite real. They cannot have the same size in the inventory, and you should think where to put them, how to sort them, and how to equip them. And also they want to keep this beautiful moment when you're finding the item, you don't know what it is, and then you're identifying it, and you feel the joy and you feel happiness that you found something cool and epic. So yeah, the developers really want you to join the game, and they want you to immerse in the world of the game. I guess I could understand that. So far, the systems that were shown in Path of Exile 2, they are quite easy to understand, they're quite easy to master, there is nothing that's completely destroying your brain, and there is nothing that will make you freak out, which is great. But I said that the game is difficult. Path of Exile 2 is Elder Ring difficult. There are a lot of monsters on the map. They are hitting really hard. Guys, here is the perfect comparison for you. When you are starting the original Path of Exile, you're starting it on the shore, you're picking up your weapon, you're killing one zombie, you're killing 2 zombies, you're killing a couple of zombies, then you're fighting a big dude, and then you're entering town. Path of Exile 2 starts exactly the same, absolutely the same, with one little difference. Instead of 1 zombie in the beginning, you will be attacked by 9 zombies. There are way more monsters, they are packed. The density on the maps is like, it's huge, it's really huge. The monsters are hitting you really hard. So I absolutely got Elden Ring vibes. I absolutely got Souls-like vibes. Guys, you can't just blast through the map. You can't just run. You need to think what you're doing. You need to think which buttons you're pressing. You need to think which skills and which combos you are using on your character. And this is totally intentional. The character, yeah, in the beginning, you're super slow. In the end game, you will be faster. Developers never ever showed us the end game, and they also, I talked with the developers. They are not sharing any information about the end game, but they said, yeah, that the game, it will become faster later, but not super fast. I don't think that you ever will be able to just fly through the game and destroy everything. They want to keep this feeling of you thinking and making the decisions each time when you're on the map, what to fight, how to fight, and where to go. And I already see the people who are watching this video, some of them will be, oh my gosh, this is a difficult game. I log in immediately. That's cool. I found the challenge. But a lot of people also will be there who will be, it's so difficult. It's going to be overwhelming all the time. Nah, won't even try. Guys, I highly recommend you to try. And if you are a new player and if you are the beginner, there is a secret. There is a super trick that I found out. Guys, you should start with the witch or with a mercenary. I tried all of them. I tried all the classes that are available, and on the witch and on the mercenary, I wasn't dying. I was absolutely blasting. On the witch, you are getting the minions right in the beginning of the game, and this is awesome. Your minions are automatically, your skeletons, they are summoned automatically. You don't need to think about them. You don't need to press them. You don't care about them in the early game. That's amazing. It's really, really helping. And on the mercenary has absolutely amazing system, and it's godly. You effectively actually need to press only 2 buttons because you're shooting the enemies with your crossbows with 1 button, and with the second button you are throwing the grenades. And godly gameplay. What the other buttons mean on the mercenary, you are just loading the bullets, different bullets in your crossbow. And there are so many different types of the bullets. You can shoot the ice bullets, fire ones, poison ones, all of those kind of things. You can also use different bullets with a higher coverage, with a good AoE, so it will be covering the whole screen. Or you can shoot the bullets that are more single target, and you will be attacking the bosses with those bullets. The gameplay is absolutely amazing with the mercenary, and I talked with other content creators. I talked also with the Path of Exile devs, and actually a lot of people agree that mercenary is absolutely godly, witch is absolutely godly, and you definitely, if you never played, if you don't have a lot of experience in Path of Exile, play with mercenary, or start with mercenary, or start with the witch, and you will have a really, really good experience. It's way easier than other classes. Overall, I think Path of Exile 2 is definitely worth a try. Guys, don't be afraid to die. You're gonna enjoy it. It will be fun. November 15, we're gonna be getting the early access in this game, and it's a free game, so definitely jump in, because probably you will find a lot of fun here. After playing this game and after experiencing different classes, I came to the conclusion that Path of Exile 2 is trying something new. I'm really, really intrigued how it will work out, how people will see this game, how people enjoy it, and how people will enjoy it. Path of Exile 2 is trying to combine RPG, classic RPG, with the complex systems and the Souls-like gameplay, and the slower pace and thoughtful battle. It's an interesting mix, and I'm actually super excited to see how it will be received. So guys, jump in November 15, try this game. Maybe it will be something for you. Maybe you will find it super fun. See you soon, guys, in Path of Exile 2. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. And tell me in the comments below, did you like this video, and should I do more videos about Path of Exile 2?